Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about Jira and how to use it as a bug tracking software. I'll talk about its license and distribution, give a brief description of the tool, explain which stages of testing can use Jira software, its features, and finally conclude with a demo. Jira is developed and distributed by a company called Atlassian, which is based in Australia. Jira can be set up on your own infrastructure, or you can use their subscription based and fully managed hosted solution. I am going to use their hosted solution to demonstrate its features. Atlassian has a full suite of softwares that can be used in all phases of agile software development lifecycle. Jira is used for project or issue or bug tracking. It has amazing features that will help development teams and QA teams to collaborate during the testing phase. It is also very easy to get started with using their hosted solution, which I am going to show you during the demo. Now, let's talk about why we should use Jira. It is the most popular project tracking software and highly customizable, and it's very easy to use. Since it is used by a lot of people, it is very easy to find help online when you have issues while using Jira. Now, let us take a look at a basic life cycle of a bug on Jira. A tester will create an issue as soon as he finds one and assign it to a developer. Developer then starts working on the issue by changing the status to in progress. If the issue is resolved, then the tester will change the status to resolved and close the issue. Jira cannot be used for running any testing unlike JMeter or SoapUI. Jira is only useful for tracking the progress of testing. So Jira can be used to track the progress of any testing phase. Here is a list of all the features of Jira software. I'm not going to read it through each of these, as we'll talk about all these features during the demo. Jira makes it very easy to track the progress of project or bugs using these major components like projects, issues, boards, and reports. We'll also cover all these in the demo. Now let's proceed with the demo. We are now on Atlassian website. Now we are going to try and set up our own instance of Jira. As you can see, there are two options to set up Jira. Try their cloud edition or the server edition. I'm now going to proceed by choosing their cloud edition. Okay, now I'll enter a name for my Jira. And then provide other details for signing up. Like you can see full name, email, rest other details. And it takes a few minutes to set up this Jira instance. I'm now going to choose my preferences here to set up Jira for bug tracking. So now we have our own Jira instance up and running. Now I'm going to invite my team members to use this Jira for tracking bugs from the user management tab in settings. I already have two users that I have created. I'm going to use the same users here. And invite them here. Okay, once we are done inviting users, let's create a project so that users can do actions in the project. So in order to create the project, let's go into the organization. And select the Jira software. And here you would be able to create the projects here. If you could see the options that you have here, you have the projects pane here where you could see the list of the projects that there are in this Jira thing and issues that are assigned to me. the user that has logged into, and the activity stream shows whatever the activities that are going on in the Jira projects that you have created, that you are part of. So let me now create a project here from the projects tab. Create a project. So the project name, let us give any random name. Let's give as testing, and let me create the project. So once you have created the project, you could see the 4 panes over here, which is one is backlog and selected for development, in progress, and done. So whenever you create issues at the very first time, that comes under this backlog pane. So let's first create an issue here. So the project under which you're creating the issue is testing, and you have an option of selecting what type of issue it is. So there are 3 options here: task, story, and epic. So the story would be the new thing that you had to develop, and the task is a simple task of the single story, and epic could be considered as a group of stories which are put into a bunch. So let me first select here as a bug over here, since we are seeing Jira here as a bug tracking tool, and give the summary of the issue over here. Let me give the summary as button had to be in yellow color but not red, and you can give the relevant description regarding the bug that you have created, that login button should be in red and code should be deployed to stage environment. So you can add any other requirements that you have for the story, and you can assign the priority of the bug. If it is of highest priority, you can assign it as highest, and low and medium. So for now I'm assigning it as medium, and you would be able to attach any images or videos describing this issue, or any images which would be easily helpful for the developer to work on. And you can even link this bug to any other story which is duplicating or relating to. And let me now assign this bug to one of the users of this project. So let me now assign this story to the developer one, and let me create it. So once you create the issues, that comes under the backlog pane. So let me log out from my user details and then log in back as the developer, so that I should be able to see the issue that I am assigned to. So let me log in as a developer. All right. So if once I open this issue, I see the assignee as developer one, and the reporter was Deepthi Nalas, who has assigned this issue to developer one. So once I see this issue, I'll start working on it, and if I have anything comments related to that, I'll add the comments. So once I'm done with my code changes, I'll make a comment that code is fixed, and if I'll save it, and I'll change the status. So once I start working on this, I'll just move that to the in progress state. So that gets to the in progress state. So once I'm done making changes, I'll move it to the, okay, let me assign it to tester here, so that they can perform testing, and add a command as tester can do testing for the new code changes, and assign it to the tester. Let me close this, and let me now log out and log in back as a tester. So I should be able to see the story assigned under tester name. So this is being assigned to the tester, and the assignee would be tester 1 over here. So once the tester is done, tester make their code changes and then perform thorough testing. They can add a comment or not, it's up to them. So once they are done with the testing, they can move the story to done. So the done stage resembles that the task is completed. So this is the tracking process that we can do, whether the story is in development phase or in progress state, or whether it is done. And you also have some other features from here, like you could see there are releases, issues and filters, components, rest other. So let's now check through the reports. Okay, let's now see the reports feature of Jira, which is very much useful to managers or senior members in the team who would be managing the team. So let's get into the reports. So there you have few other options, like you could see a pie chart report or resolution time report or time tracking report. So in order to look through these features, let's create first a few other stories here. So let's create few other issues here. Let's create few stories and bugs. Story 1, description empty, and let me assign to developer. And let me create a story 2, and let me leave the description empty and assign it to tester. Story 3, assign to developer, and let me create few other bugs. Bug 1, let me not assign to anybody. Bug 2, and let me actually move these stories into different states. Let me move the story 1 to in progress, and story 2 selected for development, story 3 for in progress, and let me create few other bugs. 4, assign to me, create, and let me move this to done. Alright, so we have these many stories onto the board, and let's see the report for these stories that we have on the board. For example, let me create a pie chart report here, and you could see the static type that you have. You can choose any type over here. Let me choose issue type. Next, so we have a pie chart here reporting how many number of bugs we have in our dashboard and how many number of stories we have in the dashboard. So likewise, you could create any other reports from the stories that you have in the dashboard. So this is one important feature that is very much useful. Yeah, so this is pretty much from Jira. So we have so many other features too that you could explore. Thank you.